third all singing, all dancing tutorials with me, Wolfgang Von Prinz. In this episode, we are going to be covering events and functions. So this is some really useful code, and we'll also do wait. So I'm just going to quickly show you what wait is. Insert a script into your workspace. See. Oh, by the way, I noticed at 6 minutes 30 in my last video, it sounded like I was having a seizure. That was actually my dog, and I've got 2 of them on the bed right now. Yeah, I filmed these on my bed. Anyway, back to scripting. So I want you to just write game.workspace.part. Obviously, insert a part. I haven't inserted a part. Oh, it's called dance. I was actually making a dance GUI for someone else. That's why this game is called Dance GUI. .part.transparency equals 1. Let's say we want to change that transparency back. .part.transparency equals 0. Now this will just make it flash a bit. You didn't even notice anything. So we want something to happen between here. Now it is feasible we could just write out lines of code of this. Several thousand lines like that. And eventually we might have achieved a noticeable time due to all the lag this will cause. See? Well, no, it's possible, it's not feasible. So, what you do... Oh yeah, did you see that stop there? I bet you did. So what we just do is write wait. And this will wait for 0... This will wait for a 20th of a second. So, in principle, I just kept on doing this. It's probably a bit more efficient. You might actually notice. Oh, God. Okay. So I don't type this in. This is just me testing. I'll probably crash Studio. Please don't crash Studio. It's gonna crash Studio, isn't it? We shan't falter. We shall progress. Right. So I broke Studio. Oh. Aww. Well, I warned you, kids. I warned you. Don't judge my Steam library. Democracy is a good game, actually. I recommend you buy it. So yeah. I'm just gonna pull. Alright, I'm back after that toss up. Anyway. So insert a script, I'm just gonna write what we previously had. Game.workspace.part.transparency equals 1. Wait. Game.workspace.part.transparency equals 0. I'm just going to insert a part. Alright, so there we go. So if I just run it instead of you saw that was a very brief flash, 20th of a second. However, if you just write 1 there, it should wait for no, back off. It should wait for it should wait for a second. There we go. I'm just going to turn off. Right, Skype's been set to do not disturb. So anyway, this is what a wait function does. And you can do it with variables too. If I did A equals fart2, weight A should work. I keep on loading myself into the game. Great, I didn't even see it. There we go. Comes back after 2 seconds. So yeah, that works. You can also do, I'm pretty sure you could do math.huge, which means it just waits forever. I know, I might break it. No, it didn't even work. Oh, there you go, you can't do math.huge. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm going to teach you what functions are now. Functions are just a store of code, so actually if we get this back, don't delete any of that. And now to write a function, the first word you write is function. Okay. Alright, let's do some printing. Just print part not is now transparent. I do like to jump around the place, don't I? And now we'll just print part is now. Print part is now not transparent. So if one of these errors, or maybe I'll include an intentional error. So function, and you can call a function anything, but it has the same naming principles as a variable. So you can't start it off with a letter or a symbol. You can have a letter in the name, but you can't have a symbol in the name. So you can have A1, function A1. Okay. And then you just write end at the end of it. So all of this code is in the function A1. And you can close that if you want a visual representation. So that's the function, and if you open it up, that's like all the code that's in the function. And then to call the function, you just write A1 brackets, and that'll work. You saw it's transparent. Let's do that better. That's better for you. There we go. And obviously this is very useful for shortening code, so you don't have to write it out over and over again. Anyway, so that is what a function is. And now I am going to teach you a better way of calling a function. So let's say when I touch this part, I want the base plate to come transparent, which seems fair enough. So we'll just write base plate in real quick. Base plate. And so now we probably get the idea that we're going to need to reference the part somehow. So we're just going to go game.workspace .part. Okay, so now what we have is something called events, and I'm going to show you how you can get a list of all the events. If you go to View, you go to Object Browser, you find the instance you're looking for, so we want part, then all of these are events. This to here is the events. We're going to be using the, can I highlight them all? No, I can't. We're going to be using the touched event. So when it's touched, so we write touched. You can use touch ended if you really want. What other? You can't use any of these because you don't know what they are. But you can use touch ended, or you can have the name of a different part if you want. It's always best to experiment with different things. And then you write. Then the syntax, whenever you write out a function, you have to have connect, name of function, and then it's that. That's at the end of every one of these references. I showed you enhance enhanced ways of referencing things. You can do that here. You can go script.parent.part if you want, and then you can do connect A1. It's always connect name of function. I recommend you write that down somewhere. Right, let's go. Oh yes, I've got it. See, it didn't just turn automatically there. Right. And it didn't work. There we go. What did I do wrong? So we're just going to open up the output and see what I did wrong. Connect is not a valid member of part. I forgot to write touched. Touched. That's silly of me. So yeah, just write the reference to connect function. You go reference object connect dot event connect name a function. Write that down somewhere. You know, that is really useful bit of advice, bit of thingy, formula. It's a lot simpler. Anyway, we're gonna try it again, see if it works now. And it does. I come off it. How great is that? If I stay on it and I keep touching it, because we haven't inserted a debounce variable, and we are going to do debounce, because you know, I think you could probably handle it. So to do debounce, the principle of debounce is if you declare debounce to be false, then you go function. Obviously, you'll have a name there. Function. This is also the formula for debounce. Then you do. In fact, no, we haven't done if variables. We're going to do this debounce next tutorial. Oh, I've got my lovely dog here. She's so cute. Anyway, you can also now. I'm going to play whatever song comes on when I click the play button. I think I'm still on ABBA. Or maybe even I've got some James Blunt going on here. I don't know. I like James Blunt. And yeah, I'm going to give you some time. And I want you to do touch ended on a part called donkey space cat. Donkey cat. Donkey space cat. You should remember how to reference something which is which has a space in its name. You go workspace dot donkey cat like that. Donkey cat. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to do that. Let's go. No, still got ABBA. Fucking tune, man. Fucking tune. You can do. Right. So there we go. That was ABBA. Oh, my dog is so cute. You have no idea. She's in my arms right now. It's really cute. Oh, yeah. Ruff. Ruff, 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 ruff. I'm sure your Totoro is a very good wolf. Ruff. That's my dog talking to you. Anyway, so what you should have got. What were we doing again? Oh yes, you're doing when a part is touched, you're going to make a part called donkey cat transparent or something like that. I know, maybe I didn't tell you. I'll play ABBA again. I'm very confused. You into it? You into it, Pimple? Yeah, love it. Now it's wacky. Alright, so there we go. Sorry about that, I completely forgot. I think I forgot to tell you what to do. Anyway. So right, let's just write in the function touched. That's what they're generally called, a touched function. And yeah, at the start of every tutorial, I'll always have this at the bottom just so you can get it really drilled in. My dog is so cute. Oh, my dog is so cute. You have no idea. So we go. I'm just gonna make the part called Donkey Cat. Is that what it's called? Donkey Cat. Something quite like that. Donkey. Okay. Oh, my dog's buggered off. Oh well, I got two. Workspace. Donkey Cat. Oh wait. Donkey Cat. Dot transparency equals 1. Weight 1. Workspace. Donkey Cat. Dot transparency equals 0. And then we do script dot parent dot baseplate dot touched ended. Is that the one we're using? I think so. Touched ended. Connect. Touched. And there we go. This should work. Donkey Cat is invisible for all intents and purposes. Right. I also taught you that variable can store an object. So if we go A equals workspace Donkey Cat, I want you to do the same thing but using the variable A, or you can name the variable DC. Oh, my dog's back. You can name anything, obviously, this is your choice. I'm just showing, you know, even if you changed transparency of something that wasn't called Donkey Cat but had a space in its name, as long as you're getting the syntax right, that's what I really care about. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go. Yeah. Where they play the right music, getting in the swing, you come to live. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. I get so into this song, it's unreal. Right. I'm just going to use the variable DC. And you can do DC dot transparency equals 1. Weight 1. DC dot transparency equals 0. That is the correct syntax. Yeah. So there we go. Wait, did I do it on touch? Yeah, I did it on touch end. So that's all this we have time for this tutorial. Run slightly over time. So yeah, I'll see you next time when we'll be covering while true do loops and incrementational for loops. Yeah, so it's good. Moving on fast. Alright, stay key.